What is the mysterious reason that makes people fall in love with the Outlander series? Is it the passion between Jamie and Claire? The Scottish accents? Or maybe that Jamie is insanely hot just eating a sandwich?
Are you sure it's to be eaten? You can seal letters and mend your boots with it as well.
Of course, the #1 reason why fans love Outlander is the passion. The show is full of very steamy love scenes that are definitely one of the best ever in TV history. We see a lot of explicit content in other series, but it can't beat the Outlander vibe. Why? Because it's not about the ratings first, but about the characters. Here's the deal. As viewers, we spent a lot of time with Jamie and Claire before they finally became lovers.
Well, doesn't it bother you that I'm not a virgin?
No. So long as it doesn't bother you that I am.
And those steamy scenes that fans all love were only meant to emphasize the relationship, to make it feel real. Here's what Caitriona Balfe said about it.
Each time there was a sex scene, it had to say something about the couple or the story.
Exactly! We'll give you a great example of what she meant. There was a scene in the first Outlander season when Jamie and Claire had an intimate conversation right after they made love.
I thought... Nah. Never mind.
What? Tell me.
You'll laugh at me.
Do you remember what Jamie wanted to share? Claire promised that she wouldn't laugh no matter what, and that's when Jamie decided to tell his childish thought.
I did not realize you did it face to face. I thought you must do it the back way, you know, like horses. Again.
Doesn't it feel real? That's a 100% true dialogue. We can't remember any other series that has had such passionate, intimate, and truthful scenes. Can you? Feel free to share in the comments. Another reason why people fell in love with Outlander is the history, or being more specific, the accuracy that both the author Diana Gabaldon and the showrunners followed while creating the past era in the series. No doubt, Diana is a genius in terms of historical accuracy and details, and it's not only about history, but about the culture, music, and even accents. I mean, come on! Say you don't watch the series to enjoy these Scottish dialects.
Try that again and I'll slap you until your ears ring.
You brute and a fool!
Well, that might not be the best example, but you get the idea. We'll give you a couple of ideas as to what makes Outlander so convincing in terms of cultural aspects. Like, first of all, the scenery and decorations. They are all 100% real in the series. Even the castles. The Outlander showrunners aren't about faking things with CGI when they can actually go and film them in real life. So when you see Castle Leoch or Fort William, you can be sure they're actually there. Well, yes, in the real world those are known as Doune Castle and Blackness Castle, but still. Nobody tried to fake the audience with the fortresses. Thanks for that. Second of all, the women's representation of that time is also very truthful. Sadly, in the 18th century in Scotland, women were treated like nothing but men's property. By the way, here's the perfect place where Jamie and Claire's fight scene shows that.
I don't have to do what you tell me to.
Aye, you do. You are my wife.
Oh, your wife. Your wife. Oh, you think I'm your property, don't you?
Both the author and the showrunners used this historical fact to develop their characters' romance. Claire stood up for her rights, and throughout the series, she teaches her husband what a real partnership is, not a master-slave thing. And third of all, some of the series' pivotal moments were inspired by real events too, like the Battle of Culloden, for example, and Bonnie Prince Charlie, who led the Jacobites to that battle. We're not saying that you guys can learn history by watching Outlander, but the series creators have definitely shown some respect to the past, and the viewers feel that and appreciate that. Of course, in those moments where nobody really knew for sure what happened, the showrunners used their imaginations. Like, it's been said that in real life, there was actually one Fraser soldier who survived the Battle of Culloden. Today, nobody knows his name, so Diana Gabaldon used that fact as inspiration in her books. What if that was Jamie Fraser? Isn't that satisfying to think so, right? Talking about using imagination, the creators didn't stop there. Yes, another reason why fans love the Outlander series is because of the fantasy element, and especially time travel. This genre has existed for a pretty long time in cinema and television, but Outlander managed to put it on an entirely new level. We'll give you a couple of examples. Sometimes in Outlander, time travel is used to create fun scenes, mixing eras in unexpected ways. Like here, when Jamie tries a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Are you sure it's to be eaten? You could seal letters and mend your boots with it as well.
God, everybody loves that scene. And it's not only about being hilarious, and it's not even about being way too hot. Yes, fans do find Jamie eating that sandwich with a knife and fork hot. It's about the character. Can you imagine Jamie eating that sandwich any differently? That's just who he is. By the way, do you know whose idea it was to bring that touch in the series? Was it the author? Nope. The showrunners? Again, nope. A fan once asked Diana Gabaldon that question on Twitter. Was the knife and fork part of your original script? And she replied, no. I don't know whether it was Sam's idea, the director, or someone else, but brilliant regardless. And that's when Sam Heughan stepped in saying, mine. Beautiful touch, Sam. However, the greatest examples of dealing with the time-traveling storylines go way deeper than peanut butter sandwiches. Outlander really loves to bump characters into each other in a way that they couldn't do in real life. Like when Jamie meets his daughter Brianna for the first time.
You're Jamie Fraser, aren't you?
Well, that scene has some interstellar vibes, doesn't it?
My name is Brianna. I'm your daughter.
Another perfect example of how Outlander creates that heartbreaking drama happened earlier in Season 3. Some fans call this scene one of the best ever in the series, and we can't argue with that. Already guessed which scene we're talking about? Soon after Claire found out that Jamie didn't die, she traveled in time to finally meet him. And Lord, that was priceless. Can't stop rewatching this moment. As one YouTube fan wrote in the comments, "Oh, come on, that's hilarious. The big bad Jamie, survivor of Captain Randall, faints when he sees Claire? That's gold." I agree. The characters in Outlander are truly amazing. And it's not only about Claire and Jamie or Brianna, but about all of them. Take Murtagh, for example. The way he cares for his godson, his wife, and all the people that Jamie cares for is truly heartwarming. Murtagh and Jamie's relationship is definitely another reason that makes Outlander so beautiful. The Godfather quickly became such a beloved character that the showrunners even decided to make him live longer than he does in the books. Yes, Murtagh was meant to die at Culloden, but the showrunners did their best to save his life a couple of times.
Blacksmith! I'm speaking to you.
Did you cry watching this scene? I know you did. But everyone cried way harder seeing Murtagh dying in Season 5. And unfortunately, this time there's no coming back for him. The show is full of amazing supporting characters. Seriously, Lord John Grey, Fergus and Jenny Fraser, Jack Randall, all of them are awesome. Yes, we know that Jack Randall is an absolutely evil asshole, but you can't argue that he brought that wild tension to the story. The viewers continued to hate him even after he died, which actually made him a perfect villain, right? And what an easy ending he received, to die in Jamie's arms. Most fans found his death unsatisfying, but you know what? That's the beauty of Outlander's drama. Our point is, it doesn't matter how big of a role a character played in the series, or how long ago he died. Whether he was a good character or a jerk, he was put in the series for a brilliant reason. And that's what truly makes the series work. Hey Outlander fan, here are more videos for you to enjoy. Thanks for watching, and take care.